Emotional armors is a protect mechanism that we built to protect ourselves from hurting in earlier stages of our life. It is very subtle, very unnoticeable, but it's deeply affected our pattern, especially when we are attracting a partner and in our relationship. So today, I want to bring this into awareness so that you can start to notice them in yourself. And by understanding them and heal from it, you can actually starting to work on yourself to attracting the right partner and then starting to attract a healthy relationship that you desire. My name is Yennis. I am the founder of the HeartGate and the author of the book, The Heart Awakening. So in today's video, I'm gonna talk about the 5 different types of emotional armors that is rarely got talked about. And I would love for you to see if you can notice any traits in yourself so that you can become more aware of it and heal from it. First of all, I want to talk about what is emotional armors in a relationship. It is a protective wall that someone built around their heart to avoid themselves getting hurt. So it is when a person trying to keep another person at a distance and is usually manifested into a relationship like a person being really defensive about themselves and their love. They won't get anybody get really close. Or they will become emotionally unavailable when things start to get real. Or they will shutting down during conflicts. Or they will become over dependent over another person. Or the total opposite, over independent. So it's like, I don't need anybody. So basically, their survival mechanism that is rooted in a pain that happened in the past. It is a pain saying that I won't let anyone close enough to hurt me again. So as much as it is to protect you, but the irony is that this armor that meant to protect you from the past is still happening and manifesting and controlling your life right now. And it's also blocking you right now for the deep love and intimacy that you're craving for. Type 1 is the achiever. They are someone that the schedule is always full, their to-do list never ends. And as soon as they have time to relax, they will start to fill the schedule with works and things and appointments. They're usually workaholics or high achiever. And in this type, how it's translated to the love life is that they learn that love is built on one belief, which is love needs to be earned. Love is not given to me freely. So how this belief system developed is that somewhere early in their life, they learn that being impressive, being productive, being successful, is how they earned, admiration. Is how they earn approval or love, right? So they build a life of this extraordinary output. It's worked really well on the surface, and people do admire the achiever, right? Because it seems like they are very successful. They have it all together, in their work life. But in the intimate relationship, how it show up is that the achiever, they usually really struggle to be present with their partner because they're always doing. They rarely have the capacity to be fully present with their partner. And their stillness, that real quiet quality present is where they feel very anxious. And the deepest fears underneath this armor is that if I stop giving, then I'm not enough. If I stop giving, then the love will disappear. Once it is healed, it's actually a huge gift, inside of the achiever is that they have an incredible capacity for devotion, and they can show up big time, for the loved one. So one is it recognize and heal. The achiever can be the most devotional lover that you can ever meet. The second type is the helper. They are the one who love to help everyone around them. They are the one who always say yes to other people's needs. They make themselves so helpful that they show up first. They give the most. They notice what other people needs before they even spoken. They often put other people's needs before their own needs. And despite all this beautiful quality, which is like very helpful, but the truth underneath this quality is that somewhere along the life, the helper learned that their own needs was too much. They don't want to take up space because they believe that by speaking their own needs will make them a burden. So instead, they just neglect their own needs. They have these fears or anxiety inside of them. They would just want to give and give and give to other people. Because if they stop doing that, somehow they will lose some other people's trust. The love will be lost. And in a relationship, they always put their partner's needs before themselves. And there's also a painful pattern that I see in people is that the helper often attract people who love to take from them. So they end up being exhausted, resentful, and not feeling nurtured from a relationship. And the deepest fears, of a helper is that if they stop giving, they believe that they will be abandoned. And one is called transform and heal is someone who can love themselves first. There's someone that have healthy boundaries, that know how to say no. And when they say yes, it's because they're coming from their full cup. So their love to their partners also bring them joy and fulfillment. Type 3 is the withholder. This one is very subtle. So the withholder, they want deep connection and intimacy. But when every time intimacy or the connection get closer, something within themselves will get anxiety and pull them back. So they avoid going into deep emotional conversation. They avoid commitment, even though they actually want intimacy. So as soon as things start to get real, they suddenly need space. So this is the pattern that's underneath this safety mechanism that maybe somewhere along the life, they were once very open to love and they got hurt. So now when a relationship's starting to get serious, it's like an alarm going on inside of them. It's like a danger. So they cannot really fully surrender to the love and the intimacy and then the connection that they're craving for. Because the deepest fear is that if I let you in completely, and it's a chance that I will get hurt. I'm not sure, do I want to take that chance? And once you got healed and transformed from it, that is someone that have built an internal safety and can love in a way that is free of fears. They are able to fully surrender to the mystery and the beauty of love. Type 4 is the skeptic. They are the one who is very intelligent, sophisticated. They know how to ask the best question. They spotted the red flag really early in a relationship, and they know when people are lying. So when a skeptic has been hurt in their love life before, they would tend to use their intelligence to stay one step out, in a relationship. They would test before they can trust the other person. So they also, will show up at that they're constantly on guard. They find it really difficult to relax into love. So even though, things may go really good and the relationship is healthy and nothing's wrong, there is some part of them that is still waiting for things to turn bad or constantly trying to spot, is there anything wrong with that partner? Because there's the deepest fears that's running underneath their psyche is that love is dangerous and I don't want to be fooled again. And one is heal and transform. They are the one who have true discernment. They are the one that can attract healthy partners and relationship. Type 5 is the spiritual bypasser. So I want to be very gentle and clear on this one, because they are the people that is truly wanting to be healed and grow and expand in a spiritual container, which is very beautiful to see. But what I see is that there's some shadow that living in this type of container, which are they're using a lot of spiritual language to actually avoid the real work of healing. And they would talk about raising the vibration instead of sitting with the real emotions. They would tend to jump into forgiveness and transcend the unpleasant energy in the body without really allowing themselves to feel and do the real work. So they would say, oh, every painful relationship is a lesson or soul contract, which is true on some level. But freeing them without actually doing the work is not going to help. And the wounding that come underneath that is that they believe, or the container believe, that this messy human experience is not very spiritual. And the sadness and the anger and the jealousy and the longing in a relationship is a lower frequency that need to be transcended. And the deepest fears of them is that if I go into the wound and my human self, I will be less spiritual. Or I should have just feel good. I shouldn't feel bad at all in my life because I am love and light. So what I know to be true after years of my own experiences in my own personal journey and healing journey is that the wounding that we have is not an obstacle. They are doorway. They are spiritual opening. They are initiation. They're invitation from life. So once they heal and transform, the people that is in this beautiful spiritual container, the energy can become really grounded, really embodied, and there's a genuine radiance that coming out from them. That is someone that been through the crisis, been through the emotions, and then they're able to understand them and embody them and heal from them. And they're truly living in the heart and radiance as love and light. Every single one of these armors was an act of intelligence. They are created from your inner child. When they build, it's probably the most cleverest safety mechanism that your inner child can build to protect yourself. So this work is not to shame the armors, This work is to recognize them, to get curious, and to ask, what was all these patterns and armors protecting me from? And do I still need this protection today? Because you're not that child anymore. And you can heal and you can transform and not let this pattern run your relationship anymore. And if you recognize any of these patterns in yourself, I would love for you to drop it in the comment below and tell me about your realization. And also, if you have any question, I would love to also hear from you in the comment section below. So now, if you like this video, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone that you think they can benefit from this content. And I also create a lot of free resources that can really benefit you from the Heart Awakening journey, and I will pin them in the description box below. Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Yennis, and I will see you in my next video.